Alright, guys, let's have a look. Ooh, Sitaux goes for the Red Bull map here. That's maybe not so surprising since he's been playing the tournament himself, qualifying as well. He's fairly familiar with the Red Bull thingy. I don't know if he played this one in Red Bull in particular, but he probably played the qualifier and knows it. Chelo with Water Nomad as a home map. That's one that's been known to cause some upset. And after discarding maps leading into the final map pick for game one, we are left with Kotra. Let's have a look at the civilizations as well. First, a look at the bands here. Lithuanians band, that could be a very good Socotra civ. Water Nomad possibly as well, with the extra food for a faster uptime. And Gurjaras for, yeah, just because they are Gurjaras, they have all the responses. OP civilization still. Aztecs for Chelo, probably with Socotra in mind again. Mainly, Magyars could also be a Socotra band, but also, yeah, for Winged, I guess, which is an Empire Wars map where mobility usually is part of the equation. So, but that's those. Let's have a look at the first game. And we will be going to... Here we go. Game 1. Socotra going up. Right, we can bring up the overlay as well. The Chaos Cup. Chaos Cup round of 8. Best of 3. Chelo playing as the Bulgarians here for Socotra. Very solid civilization for example, Men-at-Arms Towers play. It's because they get Men-at-Arms instantly, they don't need to invest gold into the Men-at-Arms upgrade at all. And if you decide to mine gold, you could easily go 5 Men-at-Arms with your towers as well. You'll see the scouts out to try and find the opponent's location. You want to try and snag the elephant as you go, and looks like Chelo is going to find it. He's going to take this elephant. But he's going out without loom. Wait, is he just going to go shoot the deer? Why don't you just take the elephant? You found it. Jackpot. 400 extra food into Chelo's bank and setting back Sitaux here, but Sitaux might also snag the boar in the back here. But he'll try to block the boar lure, aka elephant. I don't think he'll succeed in that. Oh, he might lose scout to TC as well. This could be a start for Sitaux. No damage taken. Good reaction there. But being chased by Chelo's scout, who has actually located his own elephant as well. So, good job on that. Did we lose a villager here? Ah, we lost a villager to the elephant. Bad start for Chelo. Even with the lame here. Losing a villager is one villager behind Sitaux now. And, I guess a trash talk, man. Careful, Kappa. Okay, we gotta see that again. That was too good to not worry about. yeah, blame that one. Okay, maybe it's at the gathering point somewhere or something. But that villager, she popped back to take the elephant. And careful, Kappa. It's about the town center fire, I guess. Maybe a nudge to that. Let's go back to where we're at in the overall. Having a little bit of a chat here. I think Red Bull pathing works sometimes or doesn't work. We can obviously all relate to that. Sitaux is still forward with the scout here, sending a couple of villagers forward as well. 2 villagers, so he's not taking chances here. What's the idea of 2 villagers here? No loom for Chelo, so that could... Oh, no loom for Sitaux either, actually. But Sitaux, admittedly, is 1 villager ahead. Did he want to wall off this so that the back woodland wouldn't be safe or something? I'm not even sure. Loom just kicked in, by the way, so the villagers now are stronger. You'd possibly be able to take out Chelo's... Why is he sending? Is he? Is he? What? What? Okay, Chelo doesn't have Loom, so he's actually going to lose some villagers to the aggression. 2 villagers down now for Chelo. 2 villagers down. Sitaux with 1 villager kill, gonna get another one. He is really playing for the fact that... Oh, good save! Good save, good save. Loom now in for Chelo as well, of course. Doesn't want to lose more villagers here needlessly. And it's already becoming a chaotic game here as Chelo keeps chasing Sitaux's forward villagers who might still want to shoot some... Oh, maybe he was looking for a deer actually. Maybe he wants to shoot the deer. Sitaux, 2 villagers ahead. They both have Loom. The aiming comes at the cost, of course, but for Chelo, it did set back. Sitaux's opening a bit as well, who actually decides to mill the hunt in the back here rather than the berries. And just taking Chelo's berries with his own villagers. That's a quarter for you. All of this edgy map here that you can't really touch it. You know, you can't access the waters. It's deep waters, so even if it was open here, you wouldn't be able to dock it. So it's I've heard my friend Hoye, H-A-F-E, refer to Socotra as the prison of AoE 2, and I think it's on point. It's an enclosed map with very limited playing space. I guess Sitaux shot a little bit of the deer here as well, but Chelo goes for the bill. So that shouldn't be an issue. I just have to double check if I actually have sound, and I do. He's going for the builder fight again! And, is that a trap? Is he actually going to... Oh, didn't get to build it, but that would be an epic trap there. Still obstructing the path and getting another villager. Oh, you'd think this was Nomad with the way these villagers are fighting each other, but it's Socotra, and it's not too uncommon for Socotra to be fighting either. Denying more food sources here as a payback for the initial lame, I guess. Sitaux did lose the elephant to Chelo's side, but as a result, Chelo did lose 1 villager to elephant of his own, and he also lost 1 villager to Sitaux's forward here. Give me $150 and we'll grant you enough case for an entire year. No deal, Dennis. Or Ogedai1 as he's in chat. No deal. Why didn't you sign up for Chaos Cup? You could have played Socotra. Look at this villager fighting pest. It's quite even on the HP, so it comes down to micromanagement here. Sitaux gets another kill, so that's 3 villagers down for Chelo. No sign of any fuel age for either of them here, but Chelo is admittedly closer. He's dropping the barracks as well. We'll be queuing a couple of militia maybe. No, I need a PC. I know you have a PC. That is, we played the other day. Oh, looks like Sitaux added a couple of militia here as well to fortify the forward effort. Still has a villager lead behind all this, but that's because he's been losing fewer villagers and... Well, actually, he has a slightly higher idle TC time. I haven't spoken about the civilizations here. But Sitaux has the Berbers, so he'll always be at an advantage in villager fights as well, because he moves 10% faster. So, see, 88, 80. It's a tiny advantage at best, but it allows you to outrun fights and dictate when and where to hit. So it's not to be underestimated in these matchups. And bringing home the weak ones as well. 1 HP villager saved there, getting dangerously close to TC fire. As Chelo collects a little bit of gold here to get some men at arms out on the field as well. But seeing the militia of Sitaux is also forced into militia of his own, or forced. I mean, he needs something. He's now seeding the farms because the berries are off limits. The hunt is nearly depleted. This is going to potentially cause some idle TC time for Chelo as well as this goes on. In fact, the TC is running idle right now. So great advances by Sitaux. Let's have a look at the farming economy behind this. I think they're fairly similar. It's 8 farms for each one of them, but there's 14 on food for Sitaux, who keeps the forward efforts up so that Chelo can't really get that food income for the next stage. Has been forced to fight, has been forced into a little bit of military as well, so that what looked like a food income to nearly click the feudal age is now far off. And we're still both in the Dark Age at 30 minutes 40 seconds, so this is why Socotra is so fun to cast. It's a massive mess, is what it is, or it can be. As 3 militia for Sitaux is adding more as well. He's committing to the forever Dark Age here. And he's got the food income for it. He didn't even take his own berries yet, so he's got like 750 worth of food going on over here as well. Looks like a... Oh, that's a nice militia snipe. He actually conserves his own 3 HP militia. Not that it matters all that much, but, you know, keeping your armies alive. Nice. Denying the mining camp of Chelo as well, who probably still wants to get to the men-at-arms somehow. The house foundation is kind of forming a pseudo wall. You could probably pop up a couple of palisade gates here if you're in a pinch, and you'll have this side covered. Going heavy on the gold here now. Maybe he just wants to queue more militia as well. Stop using irrelevant commands. That's a lot of Dark Age farms, 17 Dark Age farms, but it's probably the case for both of them. But Sitaux now going to the feudal age as well has at least 4 militia to benefit from it. And there's the palisade gates and houses to keep these units out. One over here as well. Is it the right call for Chelo to wall off like this though? It should keep the aggression away, but once the feudal age kicks in, you'll have access to towers as well. Haven't seen the Sitaux going to stone yet, but one tower here, that gold is easily denied. One tower here, same thing. Or just keep the militia here as Sitaux is doing. He already has the villagers forward as well. These 6 villagers could easily be used as towering villagers later on. But no, Sitaux wants to bury his. He's conserving his stolen resource over here and now going to stone. Yeah, so we're going to see some towers follow up over here. Weak scout, but still able to provide scouting intel. Obviously stable. Here I'm talking about towers, and stable is what pops up here. But you know, why not? Still has enough rest to FC. Okay, yeah, so that's that could be the stable idea then. Yeah, blacksmith's coming up as well. Is he actually gonna go FC here? I think that didn't even cross my mind, Dennis, but you're probably right. If Sitaux just goes, he's gotten an extended Dark Age massive farm economy into a potential FC here. Once the blacksmith completes, he could actually click Castle Age, and that's what he does. Damn! Who cares about men-at-arms upgrades with these weak militia? Might just go Castle Age instead, and Chelo won't be able to hold it off. He is admittedly looking for somewhat of the same plan here, but he can't possibly outmatch the Berbers with regard to cavalry prices and spam. Looks like Chelo is going to go to the Castle Age as well, while Sitaux walls off the stone over to the left-hand side here. There's still the stone in the back, to be fair, but Sitaux, I think Sitaux knows about that one. Not that it makes a difference, but denying some extra resources always useful. Sitaux heavy on the stone as well. He wants to drop a castle, I think, once the Castle Age kicks in. Here would be a beautiful spot for a castle, or even over here to deny this gold and the TC from this direction. But If we're assuming that they're both going for the knights in the castle age here, that's an easy win for the Berbers. Because Berbers have access to camels as well, if they should need it. So it's just, yeah. As we know, knights counter pikes in the castle age. Someone said that. So Chelo might not want to make pikes. He could make some monks, so he has the gold income to justify that for a bit. He could make a couple of monks and at least hold the first rush out. Here comes the castle. It ranges the TC. It ranges the gold of Chelo on this side, and Sitaux decides to make a prison of the Bulgarians' base here. Is going for the palisade walls here, probably because they construct more quickly than the stone walls. And this is payback for the elephant lame at the start of the game. Even gets fetching for the castles to have further range and damage output. Nice counter camels, changed my mind. It's situational in this. Look at the walls! Look at the walls going up to the sides here. Does Chelo see it? Yeah, he sees it. But the first Berber Knight is out. Sitaux did beat Chelo by decent margins to the next edge. Chelo has enough stone for a castle as well, but where's that guy still gonna go? It would have to go in Sitaux's face, I guess, or somewhere else, just to at least send the attention elsewhere. Yeah, Chelo is trapped. He is going crab post, monastery here. But where is his army gonna go? He's effectively trapped inside of his own base here. Palisade walls on this side, castle here. Palisade stone walls. And Sitaux could still wall here as well to further keep the knights away, even if Chelo breaks out over here. There's heavy stone mining going on as well, so Sitaux might even be able to get another castle up before Chelo can get out at all. Petards! Where are the petards gonna go? Is he actually gonna petard the... Yeah, what's he gonna petard here? What's the petard master plan for Sitaux? Still petard houses, TC, monastery, I don't know. Another castle goes up as Chelo drops a crepos to try and stop that. Stone quick wall's not entirely working out, but there aren't enough knights to keep this out. The monk trick being pulled off by Chelo here to at least delay the progress of this castle. Sitaux has added a couple of camels here as well, because he's seen the knights of Chelo, but Chelo doesn't even have bloodlines. In fact, Sitaux doesn't have bloodlines either. But builders or not, Sitaux is behind the builders. What does it matter when he's trapped the enemy like this? He has access to most of the resources on the map. Didn't yet, but could even go for a second TC if he feels like it. But I have a feeling he'll want to double up on the cavalry instead. Maybe try to complete this castle. Where are the petards gonna go? What's with the petards? I have so many questions. Yeah, the Kerpos has less HP, so it definitely builds faster. And with the monk obstructing the building of the castle as well, I guess that was decent enough. Hehe. I guess the petards are for the crepos, maybe. More builders moving in. That foundation is at about half HP, but yeah, it will complete. No question about it. Sneaky petards moving in as well. I guess 5 petards should be enough to take out the crepost with no problem. Because the crepost is half HP of a castle. A castle takes 8 petards. Down it goes. 1 crepost down. 2 petards from Sitaux. Good work. He has the villagers here to repair as well. He's committing them to batter down the battering rams. Beautiful petard pathing over there, going all the way to the back, but I think it's intentional to collect enough of them to take out the other crab post over here, as well as Chelo goes for a second town center. He's actually falling behind the builders here in the midst of all this aggression. And he's going for the conics. Fair, Chelo's economy is running smoothly in the back here. Sitau's build count is still on the lower side, but even if he loses this forward castle, he's still in a decent spot, I suppose. He's taking out... he's been pounding away at his house like forever as well. But finally realizing need for more economy, maybe. I just need it. I think it's just playing around and I'm liking it. Oh yeah, Petard killed a monk, that's funny. I didn't know they can do that. Petard! Looks like Chelo is actually cleaning up some of the aggression at home base here. Of course, Chelo is the underdog in the grand picture here. Wait, what? Isn't the Petard a siege weapon? Okay, you don't need redemption to convert Petards. Okay, fine. Sitaux with 7 military, Chelo with 10 now, committing to the conics. As the conics go down, they generate a dismounted conic as well, which is an infantry unit. So as the Bulgarians eventually need to get the infantry upgrades as well, to defense upgrades to fully benefit from the conics capabilities. Neither player has bloodlines, neither have they been allowed to afford them either. I love the Mangonel addition by Sitaux here, because that's the very efficient way to take out Mangonels from beside Castle Foundation like this, because it's hard to focus on the Mangonel with Castle Fire covering them. It's slightly low on HP, but that's a huge eco investment into Rams for Chelo as well, and this castle will be staying up for a while yet. Conic is strong even with 0 upgrades. Yeah, because he has 2 lives, right? So you're not wrong. That is... But they're even stronger with infantry and cavalry upgrades. Monkas! Good, that's slightly stronger than a knight. Yeah, higher attack, you're right, Dennis. Same speed, higher attack. From Chelo there, it's getting some conversions in, but Sitaux is forward again. No more stone for any more castles. There might not even be more stone to mine on the map. No relics collected either. No immediate rush for the relics. There's still gold to be collected on the map, and Sitaux is still in a good position to close this game out. But Chelo has been hanging in there. It's been defending to the best of his capabilities, and has been keeping up with the economy to some extent as well. They're both at 2 DCs there, but Sitaux is now producing out of both DCs. So getting a little bit of a boom going here. I think I must have bought the stone for the tower, right? He was at 0 stone for just a moment ago. Yeah, redemption, technically you could convert that tower as well, but I don't think that's been a priority of Chelo. He's about to run out of gold over here, and this castle still... Yeah, maybe it doesn't range this gold actually, so this gold could be obtainable still. GGW, GPW. Good played, win. GG well. First game goes to Sitaux. Let us browse through the stats and find game number 2, which will be on Chelo's home map, Water Nomad. Could be a good old mess, that one. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. Eco actually ahead for the Bulgarians here by small margins, more wood though, that's floating wood, classic AOE2 thing across most levels. And Chelo, I think he had a... Is he the one who had a peculiar approach to Water Nomad? No, he wouldn't pick it as a home map if he... there was one round of 16 game that was bonkers on Water Nomad in terms of the approach. Where we actually saw Bulgarians picked for it, but... Anyway, here's the draft. Let us show the Berbers winning against the Bulgarians. Vikings, no, Dravidians has to be the Water Nomad civ here, I think. And Sitaux, maybe Malians, maybe Japanese. I guess Japanese, because of the stronger fishing ships, the wood savings from resource drop-off points. Let's go to Water Nomad. A map I hate to play, but love to cast. A2. No. Wrong round. Here we go. Japanese Dravidians. Yeah, no surprises here. It's the way it goes. And this is it. Japanese versus Dravidians. One of the most chaosist of maps for Chaos Pit. Sitaux dropping the TC, finding a nice spot here, covering both gold and wood, whereas Chelo is still looking but found a spot further to the east near the edge of the map with access to wood and gold as well. You need to drop the dock ASAP because the fish will start fishing. Even more so important for the Japanese because the fishing ships have a faster working rate. In fact, looking at this, you might even want to rush 2 villagers to complete the dock with the Japanese because of it's already... Okay, it's not quite complete, but yeah. So you'll need a dock. You'll need 2 houses at least because you start at 13 population. And of course you need to get your TC up as well. Japanese, twice the hit points on the fishing ships as we compare here. Also a little bit more pierce armor, so they'll withstand more galley fire. They're actually really hard to kill compared to your generic go-to fishing ships. Both players have their houses up, both players have their TCs up, and Chelo commits to even another house here to make sure not to get housed as the TC starts producing builders. Now this is a nomad start. And it's about getting to the feudal ASAP. They're already at 14 builders because they start with more. But it's in the feudal age the aggression starts. And with the wood savings of Japanese, you might be able to match the Dravidians. Because Dravidians get wool for 100, 200 wood once they reach the next stage. So they'll easily be able to afford a second dock or a blacksmith to get an instant fletching. The fuel lifetimes very similar here. Let's show it here. This is 559,602, very similar. I think I even went something like 16, 17 population. Here comes the third dock from Chelo. The other 2 are already producing galleys. That's wood bonus for the Dravidians, working wonders for you. And double bit tax even affordable here. It's the same case for Sitaux. The lumber camp and the mills and whatever, they only cost half the price. So you'll be able to get your blacksmith app fairly soon as well. Sitaux actually getting the blacksmith app as well, knowing that knowing that it's up against the Dravidians, which will have an early fletching most likely as well. However, Chelo hasn't completed the research yet, as Sitaux has clicked fletching and is getting loom for safety for the builders, so as to be less vulnerable to raids. Head-on fight here, but fletching is already in for Sitaux. Quick advantage there. Now they both have fletching, of course. And Chelo, with that little wood bonus entering the next stage, is keeping up with the production here. They did have virtually similar fuel age uptimes. 4 versus 3 here. This map is all about galley micro, of course, to obstruct the resources, obstruct the wood income, gold income. You might even warrant a tower drop on the TC gold here, but that's going to cost some of your builders time as well. Sitaux slightly idling the TC behind here, might have been a little bit off food. Hasn't started eating the buffaloes yet, but has the Japanese faster working fishing ships. So Japanese obviously high up on the tier list for water nomad for that reason, because that food is especially precious when going from the Dark Age to the Fuel Age, that food income, but it's also basically making it easier to sustain actual builder production as you progress through the Fuel Age. It's going to be some dancing around with the galleys here. Looks like Sitaux has a... No. Numbers are actually comparable here. Looks like Chelo is going in for a bit of a raid here, but he barely... Well, no. I don't think he actually knows Sitaux's TC location, so he's still looking for that one. Six galleys chasing 5 galleys here, so that is a numbers advantage for Sitaux. He's bringing in the reinforcements, so this should be a great fight for blue here. Great fight. Might not even lose a single galley here if he pulls away the weakest one. Loses the weakest one, so good target fire there from Chelo, but this fight alone, so close to the reinforcements of Sitaux, is certainly giving Sitaux the numbers advantage now. 9-5 is the military situation, as Chelo sends another small group of galleys forward. He really wants to obstruct the gold, but he's showing a little bit of impatience here in the fighting, sending in small groups that doesn't stand a chance against Sitaux's current numbers. Sitaux, is he on? Yeah, he's on 3 docks as well, producing galleys out of 2 of them. This third one not currently producing, but he's certainly establishing a convincing military lead here. Good numbers for Sitaux again here. The eco situation is actually ahead for Chelo, but if you're behind... Oh! Ooh! Beautiful demo hit there. Sitaux a little bit careless, close to Chelo's dock here, and that evens out the numbers, at least in this fight, giving Sitaux... Well, he still has the numbers, but it's 7-5 here now. Demolition ship, are you happy? Or raft, are you happy, Dennis? Dennis would probably run a petition for more demos on hybrid terrain. And he has a phrase he needs to say when blowing up a demolition ship that I will not utter on stream. Right, 5 galleys being added by Sitaux, not a whole lot of them, 4 of them total. They will very likely take out buildings slightly faster. Do the galleys have bonuses? Wait, galleys have much more bonus against buildings than the fire galleys actually. Which is strange, because you'd think that fire would kill buildings more quickly than arrows. But yeah, just AoE2 things. Looks like Sitaux is splitting out the armies here. He has some armies still forward at Chelo's side as well. Chelo will be looking at potential lost reinforcements here. He has 4 docks producing now, so he's trying to remass units here and keep up with Sitaux, but behind this Sitaux has been able to click the Castle Age as well. He will have access to Bodkin Arrow and War Galley as the food and gold income permits. Beautiful quick hit there as well to obstruct the pathing of the galleys a little bit. 2 versus 2 here. Moving in close. You target the proper ship, though. This should actually be Chelo's advantage, but he needs to address the situation at home as well. Chelo has lost most of the fish, about to lose the rest of them as well. That's going to obstruct the food income quite a bit, and more importantly, delay the Castle Age transition, which is close, but not quite yet there for Chelo, also missing the second building. Defensive tower on the woodline. I like that from Chelo, but the galleys could still sit underneath. They even stacked the galleys so you could sit underneath the tower comfortably and still take out villagers, because the tower has minimum range. Or you could just move about and not care and chase as well. The Castle Age is in for Sitaux. Chelo still not able to click. More villagers going down. 9 villagers down by now. Immediate War Galley upgrade research. And Chelo says GG, good luck next. GG, well played. Thanks for participating, Chelo. Good set. Let us browse through the stats and find the next set. Convincing equally for Sitaux has more food as well. That's the faster working Japanese fishing ships and the more unobstructed economy. Good fuel age timings for both of them here. Dravidians not able to capitalize on the advantage of getting that instant wood, reaching the next stage. GG, well played.